Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy, aka Space God, and I'm here with another video. So today's video is going to be about something that I myself am really passionate about. You may be able to see it or know by the title. We're talking about tattoos today. I've been getting tattooed since I was 18 years old. I got my first tattoo right on my hip and I haven't stopped since then. I have tattoos ranging from my stomach to my arms, my chest, my hands. I eventually want to get pretty much my entire body tattooed, and I've been on this journey for a while. Imagine this. You're 18 or 37, 47, 27, whatever age, and you're getting your first tattoo. You're nervous, you don't know what to expect, and you've done a little bit of research, but you still kind of have those little jitters about getting tattooed. I'm not a tattoo artist. I just am a person who really loves tattoos and has been tattooed many, many, many times. So I've kind of compiled like a couple of do's and don'ts and first time tips for first time tattoo goers. If it's your first time getting tattooed, if it's your 30th time getting tattooed and you're interested in hearing about some do's, some don'ts, some tips, some tricks, and some personal experiences, just stay tuned and we're gonna go over this together. Let's get into it. When I got my first tattoo, when I was 18 years old, I was pretty much completely in the dark about tattoos. And not in the sense that I didn't know about tattoos, I didn't know about the pain or really anything that involves it, but I didn't know what to expect. And my mom, short little lady, tattooed down. My oldest brother, covered in tattoos. So I had people in my life that have been tattooed, and I did get a little bit of advice from them, but kind of went in a little bit blind. And I wish that there was, at that time, this was showing my age, 2011? 2011, when I got it, there wasn't a huge, I don't know, community or place on YouTube or really anywhere to kind of get firsthand information and like tips and tricks and things like that. So I kind of wish that there was something like that that I could have had when I was a youngin' trying to get tattooed. Let's start with the do's. Number one, well, there's no particular order. There's no like hierarchy of which one's more important or which one's least important, but they're just kind of they're just listed. But number one, research your artist and the studio that you plan to go get tattooed at or where you would like to get tattooed at. A lot of times it is very exciting to just jump into it and you just want the ink on you want to get tattooed, you want to be tatted, you're just so excited. And I get that because that was me too, and that has been me even now as an adult. You just get so excited, you get an idea in your head and you just want the tattoo on your body now. But doing your research is unbelievably important. You can easily pop online, do like a Google search. You can even look on things like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, if it's still around for us Americans in the future, probably not. Sad. But there's so many ways to go online to research, and you can look up tattoo shops that are in your area. A good thing that I tend to do as well is reviews, looking at the reviews. And yes, there are a lot of inflated reviews of people that maybe didn't have such a great experience or whatever the case may be. But reading the reviews, especially the negative ones and the positive ones, not just the negative ones, can really give an idea of maybe how that shop operates. Another thing to look into is the cleanliness of the shop. When you're looking through those reviews, if you see a lot of negative reviews that are talking about like sanitation, aftercare, just unsanitary, unhygienic things that are going on in that shop, it's probably one that you should steer clear. Additionally, you really want to do research on the artist that you would like. Go on their Instagram, check out their portfolios, see what their work looks like. You may find an artist that you're really excited about because you like a lot of the work that they do that you see online. But a good thing is to look to see, is that your style? Can they do the style that you would like? Not every artist is a master in every single tattoo style. And that's okay because not everybody has to be good at everything. But just make sure that you're finding the artist that is good at what you want. So in other words, don't go to an American traditional artist who's heavy in that, looking to get, Japanese, traditional Japanese style tattooing. They may be able to do it, might be something they have in their pocket, but really look at their portfolio, really look at their Instagram, really look at their whatever site they have that showcases their work and see, have they ever done anything similar to what I would like before you make that decision. Number two, which is something that sometimes I am also guilty of not really following as much, but make sure you have a clear idea of what you want. The tattoo artist can't really read your mind, and they can kind of have an idea, but kind of have a solid idea of what you want as your tattoo. Where you want it, the style, the size, do you want color, do you want black and gray, what you want. So have a clear idea when you go in, because it makes it easier when you're trying to communicate that to your artist so that they can give you the best drawing, the best tattoo that they can give you. So make sure you have an idea. It's split half and half, but stand 10 toes down on what you want because it is your body and it will be on your body forever. Tattoos are permanent. So make sure it's what you want and what you're happy with. But on the flip side of that, also heed the advice of your tattoo artist. A lot of the times the tattoo artists they've been tattooing for years, 10, 15, even if they've only been tattooing for 5 years. Take a little bit of advice sometimes. Take it with a grain of salt because ultimately it is what you want. But when it comes to things like you bring in a sketch of what you would like tattooed and they give you a couple of things like, hey, maybe we can do this or do that. A lot of the times it's not because they want your tattoo to look like how they want the tattoo to look, but a lot of the times it's to ensure that you get the best tattoo. Whether that's making the size a little bit bigger to be more readable, changing the lines, maybe altering the placement. But again, ultimately, it's what you want, it's your tattoo. So have that idea and at the same time be open to suggestions or advice from your artist. Number three, make sure you take care of your body and prepare your body prior to your tattoo appointment. There's this whole old school thing about, oh, drink before you get tattooed, or take Tylenol or some type of painkiller before you get tattooed. No, do not do that. Alcohol and painkillers and things like that tend to thin your blood. So when you are getting tattooed, you have a way more likely chance of bleeding and bleeding bad. And not only can that affect the tattoo, make the tattoo experience not as good as you would like. I know that pain coming from tattooing can be a little scary. I will admit, I'm a big baby when it comes to pain. And even for a tattoo, say on my arm, which historically isn't the most painful spot, I was still scared. I was still nervous. It's pain. Nobody likes pain. I mean, some people like pain. But most people don't like pain. And so they're not excited about it. But taking the painkillers and drinking a bunch beforehand is not the answer. It's not the way to go. And I'm not one that's like, you gotta earn your tattoos, you gotta take the pain. If you want a good experience and you want a good tattoo, you're gonna wanna do all the things that you can to accommodate that. Also, when it comes to pain, there's a huge debate between numbing cream, using it, not using numbing cream. Artists are split, tattoo getters, they're split too on it. Me personally, to each their own. If you would like to use numbing cream, it is your body, it is your tattoo, it is your pain tolerance. Use it if that's what you'd like to do. But always be transparent and be open with your artists because some artists don't like to use tattoo numbing cream and prefer not to, and some just straight up won't. They won't. And they may tell you to go find somebody else to do it because they just don't use it. I have no idea about the science or the tattoo science behind it. I'm not an artist. But I have heard a lot that the numbing cream can change the texture of your skin, which could hurt with ink going into the skin, staying in the skin, with tattooing, or a lot of different things. There's a lot of buzz around it. But if you choose to use tattoo numbing cream, just make sure you're transparent with your artist. Make sure you give them a heads up. And don't feel ashamed. Don't listen to all the hubbub on the internet about it. It's your choice, it's your body, it's your tattoo experience, it's your money. So be transparent and do whatever feels right for you. With taking care of your body prior to your tattoo appointment, there are two big things that you need to do prior. Eat a good meal. Have some sugars. With pain, you're going to want to keep your sugar levels up. So have some sugars. Eat a good full meal. Have your tummy full so your blood's circulating right, you're feeling good, you're not going to get lightheaded. When you don't eat and you get lightheaded, people tend to pass out. So to avoid that, make sure you eat like a really good meal, and then also bring along some snacks. If you're going to have a longer tattoo session, say like a 6 hour all day kind of thing, bring snacks so that you can keep your sugars up, you can keep, yourself full and feeling good and able to go through the whole tattoo session. Additionally, make sure you're drinking water. Hydrate, 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 hydrate. Water is just important in general, but it's definitely one of those things that you want to make sure that you are also drinking prior to your appointment so that you're hydrated and ready to go. I forgot what number we're on, but next one, make sure you dress comfortably. So, a lot of times shops can be maybe like a little bit colder, or maybe they're hotter. I don't know. But a lot of shops that I've been in, they've been fairly a little chilly, which is fine. And make sure you dress comfortably. So, if that comfortable, and it's what's comfortable to you. So, if that's sweatpants and a jacket, a hoodie, a long sleeve shirt, a t shirt, whatever the case may be, just make sure you're comfortable, especially if you're going to be sitting there, laid out in whatever position being tattooed. Just make sure you're in something that you're comfortable in. And if you're getting tattooed in like a more intimate spot, maybe getting your chest done, your stomach, whatever the case may be, just make sure you wear something that you can make it easy to be tattooed there, but you can still cover yourself, still feel comfortable being in a shop. A lot of times, some shops don't have, personal suites and stuff within a shop, and it's kind of like an open bay thing. And you just want to make sure that you are comfortable. And if you don't feel comfortable in the shop while you're being tattooed, maybe in an intimate area or anything like that, then say something. You don't have to stay there, and if you feel like you're being stared at, you don't have to stay there and be stared at. You can say something, and I'd say 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, absolutely, let's make this experience more comfortable for you. So don't be afraid to speak up about anything that has to do with your comfortability. Comfortable, always voice your concerns to your artist. If there's something about the tattoo, the stencil placement, if you're being tattooed and you're feeling lightheaded, you're feeling uncomfortable, don't feel like you have to power through it or just stay hush hush while this is going on. This is your experience. You're spending the money. This is big. This is important to you. So speak up when something isn't right, or you feel like something's not right, or you don't feel comfortable. That's your right as a human being, adult, getting tattooed. That's your right. So always speak up. And lastly, for my list of do's, always, 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 always follow aftercare. Follow aftercare. Artists are different in what they recommend for, taking care of your tattoos after they're done. You don't have to necessarily follow exactly what that artist says, especially if you've been getting tattooed for a while and you've had your tried and true way of doing it and it works fine, do that. But follow some type of aftercare, right? Big ones like my style is it's wrapped, you get back, wash it with the non-scented antibacterial soap, and you put the non-scented lotion on, and you just keep it hydrated. Keep lotioning it. Don't over lotion it, but make sure that you're keeping lotion on it and you're keeping it hydrated, so you're not peeling that. Do not peel your tattoo. Do not peel off your scabbing tattoos. I know a lot of us are pickers, and we love to pick at things. We love, I get it. I get it. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. But do not pick your tattoos. I have an extremely unfinished tattoo on my thigh that I got, showing my age again, back in 2012. 2012. Very unfinished. I was a very novice tattoo getter, collector, whatever. Very novice back then. And I picked at that tattoo, and I'll be damned that I pulled out some of the ink on that tattoo. Little spot, nothing crazy, didn't really mess up the whole tattoo as a whole, but picking at healing, scabbing, flaking skin from a tattoo can lead to you messing the tattoo up. And even worse than that is you end up scarred. The tattoo is scarred. You don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. I've got scarred tattoo areas, not full tattoos, but I have areas on tattoos that are scarred. And there's no fixing that. That's scar tissue, baby. It ain't going nowhere. So please do not pick or peel the scabs, the anything from your tattoo while it's healing. Just keep it hydrated, keep lotion on it, and let it do its thing and heal. Keep it clean, clean, hydrated with lotion, and then just let it heal. But don't forget, follow some aftercare. It doesn't have to be theirs, but follow some type of good aftercare for your tattoos for the best results. Also, I got my nails done. I will link my nail tech down below, so if you're in the Reno, Tahoe area, check her out. She does really good work, so I'm gonna link that below. Now, for the don'ts. I realized that a lot of my don'ts I talked about in my do's, but I'll briefly go over the ones that I already kind of spoke on and then add in the ones that I didn't speak on. So, number one, again, don't rush the decision. Take time on the decision. You know, the tattoo is important to you. Even if it's one of those just like spur of the moment tattoos, think about it a little bit. I'm very bad about just getting a stray hair and being like, I really want this, or I see something cool and I want that and I want it now. Don't put too much too much thought into it, and I just do. I just go get it. That's me a lot of the times, but it's good to really think about what you want because again, it is going to be on your body for the rest of your life. So really think about that. Don't skip the research. I talked about research and the importance of it and why you really need to do your research because make sure the artist is capable of doing the style that you want, especially when it comes to portraits. Make sure they can do what you want. Make sure the shop is sanitary, it's clean. Just all around, make sure that you are going to get the best experience that you can and the best work that you can. Again, do not drink alcohol or take painkillers prior to getting a tattoo. It's important. Just don't do it. Just steer clear of it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck so bad. But don't do it. But again, with that, if you do choose to use numbing cream, that is your choice. Don't let people shame you. You know your body, you know your pain tolerance, you know what you want. If you do choose to use it, make sure you're transparent with your artist and you let them know ahead of time. Before, don't just show up wrapped up in saran wrap with numbing cream under you, being like, I'm ready to go. Be transparent well before your actual appointment time so that you give them a heads up as well. Don't bring a huge group with you. A lot of shops tend to not really let you bring a whole bunch of people, especially post, pandemic. They don't really let a lot of people in there. But I think it's good to kind of maybe bring like one good friend or family member, significant other, whomever. Bring one good person if you're feeling nervous, just because you'll have that person there to kind of like calm you down, calm your nerves. It's always good to have that person if you want somebody there. But bringing a bunch of friends, they can kind of distract the artist. They can distract you. It makes it kind of like a chaotic experience, and that could affect you, your tattooer, or your tattoo itself. So if you're nervous, you can bring somebody. Just don't bring the whole squad to get your tattoo done because it's your moment. You also don't want them yip, 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 yip. change this, you should do that, it doesn't look good there, those kind of things. You also kind of don't want that. And you don't want to feel peer pressured. If you're feeling nervous, bring your friend, significant other, whomever, have them come with you to calm your nerves, but don't feel like you need to bring the whole squad with you. Don't overestimate your pain tolerance. A lot of us feel or probably know we know our bodies. We know what kind of pain we can handle. But sometimes, especially this is your first tattoo, you've never felt tattoo pain before. You've never felt a needle going in and out of skin for 2 to 3, 6, 5, 10 hours. You've never felt that before. So you don't really know how you will take and handle that pain. So don't overestimate it being like, my first tattoo is going to be my hand. My first tattoo is going to be my chest, my neck, whatever. I'm not saying those can't be your first tattoos because who am I? It is not my body, it is your body. You can get whatever you want tattooed first. But don't overestimate your ability to handle the pain that comes from really painful spots like the chest, the hand, the feet, the head, the neck, the face, the whatever, the fingers. Don't overestimate that. Or if you are going to get those as your first tattoos, come in with the mindset that, like, hey, this is probably going to hurt really bad. I know everybody's pain tolerance is different. I know everybody's experience is different. My stomach, for example, I got done maybe last year. I was terrified because I have the one on my hip and that hurt like hell. It was so painful. And I did a little bit of research, getting people's opinions on like them getting their tattoos, their stomachs tattooed. And it was all, I got PTSD from it. It was the most painful thing I've ever done. It was worse than my chest. And I was like, worse than your chest? My chest was excruciatingly painful. Is the stomach gonna be worse than that? I was scared. But I wanted that tattoo so bad. I wanted it so bad that I was like, you know what? You're just gonna have to rock with whatever pain comes from getting it done. And when I got done, to me, it was a walk in the park. Now, when I got to the white highlight, I wanted to tap out. And the tattoo's pretty much done. I wanted to tap out. It was so painful. Powered through. We got it done. But it just shows how different people's experiences and people's pain tolerances are. So if somebody tells you, oh, that's the most painful spot, you should do it, da 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 da, it could be a walk in the park for you. Everybody's body is different. So listen to your body. Don't stop yourself from getting a tattoo that's in a painful spot if it's what you really want. But go in with the mindset knowing that you're going to have to probably sit through some excruciating pain. And don't let anybody else's experience of how it went for them deter you or shape what you want. Get what you want, but don't have pre-expectations of what it's going to be like. Last one, I already kind of touched on this one earlier as well. Aftercare. Do not forget aftercare. That is probably the most, preparation is very important, but aftercare and preparation are like neck and neck. Don't forget aftercare. You could get this sick tattoo, beautiful work done, spent thousands of dollars on it, took time off of work, you saved up for months, and then you don't take care of the tattoo. And it scars, it doesn't heal right, you get an infection, you name it. But now the tattoo is jacked. It's ruined. Maybe it's fixable, maybe it's not. But all of that could have been avoided. And sometimes infections are not, they're not saying it's not your fault. Every time there's an infection on a tattoo, it's not always your fault. It's not always the artist's fault. It is what it is. But you don't take care of the tattoo afterwards, it's ruined. It may or may not be fixable. And if it is, you're spending even more money on fixing the tattoo that could have possibly just been fine if you just took care of it. It's an investment. Tattoos are so expensive nowadays. We save up for months just to get tattooed. Take care of it. I'm not a car person. I take care of my car. I'm not a big car person, but that's like having your car and you're spending money every month on your car payment and you don't take care of it. You're throwing that money down the drain. Same thing with your tattoos. Take care of your tattoos. It's an investment. It's a lot of money. It's art. Just take care of your tattoos. I love tattoos. I love getting tattooed. I love the whole experience. I love thinking of like ideas and just like envisioning like how it's gonna look and how badass I'm gonna look. Like I love it all, and I'll probably be getting tattooed till I'm unable to in my elder years. I plan on doing tattoo vlogs, vlogging when I go get tattooed. My next idea for what I want is starting my leg sleeve. And I have a million and two different ideas. I have like a base idea of what I want, but it's taking that idea and I have like three different styles that I want it in. And I really have to bring it together and make it cohesive because I would like to kind of do the whole leg being the same, or maybe split it upper leg, lower leg, but cohesive styles because I don't have a lot of that. I've moved around a lot. I've gone to different artists. I haven't been in the same place for a long time due to the military, and this time I want to have a whole sleeve, if you will, leg sleeve that's cohesive and like kind of flows and stuff. But I gotta get the ideas together and I gotta find the artist and going through all this all over again. And I hope that if it's your first time getting tattooed, that maybe this video could give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of knowledge so that you don't come in so blind to the situation and that you feel a little bit more prepared. Less jitters, less nerves. You're gonna be nervous regardless, unless you're just that girl, that guy. But things to kind of ease your mind a little bit so you have an idea of what to expect. So, overall, there are a lot of things that you can do to prepare yourself for your first tattoo, your third tattoo, your 1 millionth tattoo. There's a lot of things you can do to prepare yourself, and a lot of things that you need to do after you get your tattoo. Biggest points, it's your tattoo, it's your body, it's your experience, it's your money being spent. Be vocal about what you want. Be vocal about the placement. Be vocal about the design, but also listen to the advice of your artist as well. A lot of times it's not them trying to change your mind or change your idea, but they've been doing this for years. They may know what'll work or what might not work. So listen to that as well. Don't do things prior to getting your tattoo that could affect the experience of you getting your tattoo or how the tattoo could come out. Make sure you eat, make sure you're hydrated, the whole kit and caboodle. Just make sure you set yourself up to have the best experience getting tattooed that you can. Tattoos are expensive, tattoos are painful, and that is why you should take good care of them. Getting tattooed is such a fun experience. Tattoos are so cool, they're so fun. They've come such a long way from, when things started to how it is now, and people are really getting beautiful works of art on their bodies to show off, to love, to have forever. That the whole tattooing industry and experience is just it's great. So if you enjoyed this video, you stayed through, you listened to me yammer on about this, and that, tattoos, this and that, thank you. I really appreciate that. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you had an experience getting tattooed, be it negative, positive, or if you have any personal advice or things that I missed, I know I missed a lot. I know I did. But if you have anything that could help somebody watching this video, leave it down in the comments. Because, also, who am I? I'm not the all knowing either when it comes to tattoos, being tattooed, any of that. I could use the advice too. So if you have any stories, any advice, anything that was missed, anything to add, just comment it down below so that you can help out me and the rest of this community getting tattooed. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We have more videos coming. I'm trying to make sure that I'm posting every week. I'm trying to stay on a schedule to put out content for you guys. So stick with me. We're going to have some consistency and we're going to have fun tattoo, lifestyle, anime, horror, all my favorites related content. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening and I'll see you in my next video. Be easy.